Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How are you doing? Now, I'm sorry if I keep reminding people and you've seen the show and you go, oh, stop going on about it. Yes, I know, but it was a big thing. Skylines Talk is back, and in case you've missed it, you didn't realise what was going on, Fresh Popcorn came and we had a long old chat about what went wrong for him in 2017 and what's going to go right for him in the future. So don't miss that one, it'll be in my playlists now. Okay, but we're here to talk maps, and this one, well, there was a lack of outstanding looking maps on the workshop this week, new ones, but this one kind of jumped out at me. Ostfriesland by Moritz, and I know I'm going to pronounce that wrong. There's your start square. Now this is technically their first map, although it was previously called Nordsee, and the actual file is still called, there's your resources, the actual file is still called Nordsee, so when you load up the map you're not looking for Ostfriesland, you're looking for Nordsee, which is a little bit confusing, but there you are. Steam Workshop, you don't need anything. There we are. So yes, but this was one of the more interesting looking maps of the week, so I decided to have a look. Yeah, I mean, we don't always want to have the photorealistic map. Sometimes maps like this are very playable. Now, looking at the bridges to enter, they're parallel, they're lovely, they're nice and tidy, they're perfectly aligned, and that for me is a good start. Okay. We've got just this highway connection going right the way across the map. This is actually quite, I mean, a boring connection, shall we say. And we've got the rail running alongside it. But when we enter the main island, this is your main island. There we are. It comes in fairly smooth there, nice and level-ish. And it goes up at quite a steep angle immediately afterwards. But on this side, it drops down a little bit. And then we've got this steep old hill. It'd be nice if being tapered in the land a little bit to allow for a nice smoother transition from the bridge, or for the bridge to be a little bit higher. One of those two things, either of those two things would have been better. The rail's even worse really, because trains don't like hills, and they would get to the land and go, well, I'm not going to make it up that, not without a big run up, and even with a lot of speed you're going to overshoot the railway there. Right, now the roads. Now if you look at the two roads, the one on the right is clearly a nice straight, clear straight line, whereas one on the left here, it's wibbly wobbly a little bit. Just hello, it's a lovely living deer. Hiya dear, I'm hungry. Can I eat? No, can I eat you? Please come back. Oh, okay, fair enough. Doesn't want to be eaten. Right, so yeah, the looks like the one on the left has been aligned using Move It, and not very well aligned using Move It either. Bit of a shame that. It's just a bit wiggly. It's not too bad from a distance, but from there. Right, now we've got to the Wishbone intersection with its horrifically steep down ramps. Yes, will you guys please stop using that? Find an alternative. And there's your start square. There's lots of interesting things going on in the start square, which we will look at a little bit later on. We won't ruin the suspense, the suspense, one of those two things. And down here we've got look, castles, garden, the entrance. We'll ignore them. We'll come back and have a look at them in a minute. Down the ramps to the bridges, and this will take you straight out of the map. Once again, on this side, same side again, nice, actually quite nice and smooth, that I like that. This one, big old drop down, hits the bridge, it's a bit steep, even the traffic's slowing down for that. And then we climb back up, and now this time the bridges though aren't parallel, and they're not level, and it's not so tidy, not so tidy. Right, okay, well that's networks done. Let's take an asset and theme review and come back and do the rest of that in a minute. The asset review today. Now, I'm loving this. This is a really up my street, and no pun intended, of course. It's Dartwood Row Houses by Chrysler. Now, these are very American-styled terraced housing. In the UK, we would call these terraces. And I just love these. I think these are really nicely done indeed. Not only the fronts, there's like variation in the fronts as well, as you can tell there. If we go around to the back, we have got some very nice like garden type areas, enclosed garden areas. Does that make... yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Liking this. I mean, just beautiful. You could do a whole bank of housing estate like this, and proper inner city residential area. Love this. Doesn't quite fit with Assetville, but there we are. But I thought I'd do a couple of banks of them so you can see what they look like as a cluster. And they look really, really good. Right, well, what we'll do is we will move on to the theme and LUT review, because there's not much to say about Dartwood Row Houses by Chrysler apart from subscribe to them now, because you'd be dumb not to. Right, what have we got here? The factoids for today, speaking over Mossy Mountains theme by Mr. Miyagi with Clara LUT. The government of Dubai in the 80s bought a snowplow to shift sand off of the roads. Now, I'm not sure what they use now. They probably have invested billions of pounds into something a little bit more effective than a snowplow. But a snowplow is what they bought back in the 80s. Right, there are 845 dialects spoken in India. So no good just learning a little bit of Hindi, because you're going to struggle. The first recorded Venetian gondolas appeared in 1094. Well, I had to get my oar in somewhere, didn't I? Oh, sorry. I thought I'd take a punt at that one. Shall I stop? Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, there you go. Mossy Mountains themes by Mr. Miyagi with Clara LUT and today's factoids. Now, the routes, you can probably tell there are a couple of them. Absolute craziness of shipping routes here. And air routes. I mean, the air routes all converge on the central island. I mean, that's mad. Mad as these bridges aren't going to cut the mustard, are they? No. But yes, it's just lunacy. And over here, like I say, this is the only occasion I see this. Just a little bit close to the river bank, that shipping route. If we come and have a, there you go, see. I can see there being a little bit of grounding going on there. We've got a disconnected shipping route here, which, to be fair, it is disconnected. But it goes through the forests. And then across this this little island river thing there, dead ends there. So yeah, it was disconnected. But like I say about those shipping routes, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, we did it. Ostfriesland, Moritz. Right. Okay. Now we've got 10 islands. Right. We'll do a quick fly through the islands, and this is going to be a quick fly through. We're not going to be looking at it in great detail. First of all, we've got a little bit of tree drowning here going on. Why do you hate trees? Why do you hate trees? I've got a water tutorial out there that'll teach you how to do not trees but water. Now we've got this river with this lake at the top. Not realistic, but look at the map. Okay, it's not a realistic map. This is a fantasy map, and because of that, this style of lake and river I'm going to accept as being acceptable. Okay, they could have been done a little bit more finesse, but that said, now here we go. Now this this castle, well, we've had this discussion in the past, and somebody corrected me by saying you don't need to have a gate on a castle to get in and out. In the ye old days, you would use the ladder to get over the wall. A good point. I want you to remember that. We're going to use a ladder to get into the castles that use high walls. This one's got this bit of a humpback island there. But yeah, any castles with no gates, we're going to use ladders to get in. Okay, just want you to know that. Then we've got these two jetties and a couple of grounded ships, and then over here we've got factories and another factory, and this interesting castle thing here. Got a lot of interesting castles on this set of islands with the river, the implausible river, and then round here we've got the essential lighthouse. And who parked there? That's daring, I must say. But anyway, yes, we've got the implausible lighthouse. Directly across the other side of here, we've got another implausible lighthouse directly opposite, and I think they're probably just marking out the safe route into our island network for shipping coming through that way there. Then we've got this castle. We'll have a look at the castle in a second, okay? Another shipwreck, and then more factories. What's around here? Oh, we've got this the river, the implausible river, quite nice there. Another jetty. Nice beaches on this island as well. Another castle there. not completely enclosed in a wall. And over here, this one completely enclosed in walls. Quite nice layout as well. Quite like all of that. And remember, we're going to use those ladders to get in, guys. Okay, ladders to get in and out. And while you're at it, can you just carry one of these trucks or cars on your shoulder as we climb in and out? Because basically, I mean, the only entrance would be through a door like that. How are you going to get a truck in here? Maybe on a ramp over these already broken walls. That's what it is. They drove them in over ramps over the broken walls. I think, maybe. Right, we'll skip the main island and do that last. And then we got around here, we've got factories and another little castle by the river. This is obviously a map where there was like lots of warring factions back in the Middle Ages, and they built castles to defend their own islands. Makes a lot of sense to me. This river is the River Tees. If you're in the UK, you will get that. If you're not in the UK, you're probably wondering, am I making a joke about tea? No, I'm not making an English joke about tea. Then you've got the Essential Lighthouse, right by all those factories. There's a lot of detailing going on, not necessarily high standard detailing, but this island here, my favourite of the islands. It's a long, it's got a river running down the middle, and I quite like, aesthetically, I like that one. I think it's my favourite of the islands. Bit high though. I would like the banks to be a bit lower. And then finally we've got this one with the implausible Essential Lighthouse right up here, being guarded by gun emplacements and factories and stuff. And then down here another implausible lighthouse. Who's going to worry about that one? And some interesting detailing. Yeah, interesting, I'll give you that. Oh, and more interesting detailing on the other riverbank as well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's good standard for what it is. I don't get it, but it is still good standard there. And then around here we've got, let's say, a little settlement. This is the main island again, which is your start square. Got some nice detailing there with the logs and the trucks plopped down together. Another castle with cemetery, and there we are. Lovely. There was an Essential Lighthouse there, which was skimmed by also. Then round here we've got those factories, not factories, castles. Down here in the actual start square, this is interesting. I don't know what all this is about. I do know that if we skip down to ground level, like here, you see this car here? Yeah? How did you get over here, car? Did we put ramps down for you to get over to here as well? Something about these ramps, you know. There's not just one, but there's 3 of them. How'd you get over here? Hey? Oh, I don't know. Right, we've got some interesting jetties in the lake at the top as well. Okay, Mr. Deer, where are you? Where's our deer gone? Deer? Oh, there he is. Hello, Mr. Deer. Oh, Mr. Cougar. Excuse me, Mr. Cougar. Have you seen our deer? Have you? What have you done to our? What have you done to our deer? Oi, oi! Listen, I'm talking to you. Right, aesthetically, let's be fair. It's not the prettiest of maps. It's not an eyesore. I'm going to give it 2 stars. Detailing, there's a lot of it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. What detailing is good isn't that good. I think we'll give that 2 stars also. Gameplay potential, I'm going to mark this one up to a 3rd star for gameplay. I think there's plenty that you could do with this one if you wanted to take the time, working with the base map and being a little bit creative. So 3 stars for gameplay potential. So Ostfriesland by Moritz short for Germany, no doubt, which is basically also Nordsee, and there we are. I'm sure the next map will be a little bit more finessed. Well, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget to go and watch the Fresh Popcorn interview if you've not seen it already. Next week we've got our Mesto, which is going to be another great, interesting interview. Fascinating guy, I've got to say. Yeah, that's it. So have a great day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done already. And the full map list is over on Patreon right now. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.